So to address this case study, it is very important to cross-check the given case study. Retirement planning case study is given here. You are supposed to cross-check, read the case. Take your time, take enough time, and read the complete case. And at the end, there are a couple of questions that are given. So by using the values that are given in the case, we are supposed to. So let me download this. So this is the case that is given to you. Okay, make sure you read all the content properly. Note down the important points for what is mentioned in the case, and cross-check what are the questions that are asked. These are the questions that we need to calculate. This task is for next 4 weeks. This is the fourth week, right? From here, we will be doing all the activities. There are a couple of activities that we complete as a part of completing this case study. Each week, we will be working on some XYZ part of this case study. Okay. So, but you are supposed to remember all the content, and every time I will be sharing the case, but you are supposed to memorize the thing, like what is asked in the case study, what we are going to do. Okay. So, as a part of this week task, write some introduction related to the topic and what are the expectations of the topic. So, whatever the case study that is given, give a 200 word of brief related to this one. Then what is the purpose of case study? Based on these questions, what we are going to do, that should be included in the introduction part. Okay, so give a nice introduction to the case study. Next, it's like we are supposed to create a Gantt chart. So here it is review the requirement of the case, create a work plan to guide your investment each week. So investment means time investment. So your time investment each week. How we are going to address this case? That is asked here. Okay. The case study document is attached for your reference. Write introduction to case. Then prepare a Gantt chart. So stages of work. So to prepare a Gantt chart, what we need usually we require what are the tasks we are going to perform as a part of completing the work, and we mention like what are the dates that we use to complete the task, and we try to identify. For example, if it is a work project action plan, means it is a project planning. How what project planning consists of? To create project plan, what are the sub activities that include? So first we are supposed to evaluate what type of activities that are included in the document. What is the start time? What is the end time? How much time we have? So based on that, we will be planning all the work. So identification of task, allocation of tasks means resources and tasks. Here we will be only one person, like you are the only one person working on it. So we will be planning the task, allocating time to the each task, how much time it takes. So that should be planned for this project plan. So whatever the work we are doing, that will be mentioned. Maybe two or three subject sub tasks will come out under this project action plan. Next, creating influence chat. For last week you worked on influence chat, right? So we try to identify some main tasks. Then we try to identify influencing tasks. Then we create influence chart. Okay. So what are the key processes we identify? First step is that. Second step is what are the sub processes that will be influencing the key processes. Okay. So we try to read about influence chart. From that, how we create an influence chart. Already we worked on influence chart, so you will be having some practical understanding. Okay, this is how we are going to create influence chart that you know already. So while preparing influence chart, what kind of sub activities we do, step by step activities, what we do that you can mention, and for each task you can create give certain timings. Okay. So next one is creating model in Excel. So for this model, this is the model that actually performs all the calculations. So we create some Excel sheet based formula. For example, last week we prepared a monthly budget. For monthly budget, what we did, we worked on different concepts, different type of budgets were prepared, and we presented it. Now, if we change values, all the budget values will be changed. So it become a model now. When you give inputs, what are the inputs? We have some XYZ values that will be given as it. When you change those values, total budgets, different type of budgets that you have prepared in the document will automatically change. So that is what we call an Excel model. Okay. So a financial model performs automatically all the calculations when we give certain inputs. Okay. So here you will speak about your subtasks will be different type of calculations that we perform. So you already know that you have a document in which There are certain tasks that we are calculating. You are not supposed to give complete question. We will be mentioning um, maybe maybe this might not suit. This is a general question which we need to address. How much should be setting aside each year? So calculating savings. Maybe this is one task. How much will you have to live on when he retires? So how much time it takes? Calculating uh, a lifetime after retirement. That is one task we will be calculating. How long after the retirement will be able to live comfortably? So this is how much we have to live on when he will retire. So maybe some kind of calculations. We just address it. This is comfortably to live. How much time? Like maybe for example, um, if you say to comfortably live, we need 5,000 rupees. Okay. So if we are spending each month 5,000 rupees after saving certain retirement amount, how long you will be living with that amount? Maybe that kind of question is this. Okay. So for that one, it will become a subtask you are supposed to create. What are the risks he faces? This is again a generic question, but you can still write identification of risks, evaluation of risks like that. Okay. So these are some subtasks related to financial creating financial model. Okay, so in the model we create all those calculations that are mentioned. Next, we answer all the case questions. So when we create a solution for that one, if we put values, we get certain results, certain values as results. Based on those values, we will be addressing the questions in the case study. So this is maybe like answering all the questions, or you can say addressing the case questions that you can mention. Okay. So this is another. Next one is developing paper. Means whatever the work we did based on the case study, whatever the things that are asked in the case study, we will be generating a report. So it contains of a proper introduction and project management plan related information. Again, it consists of influence chart and nice explanation related to that. Next, it presents a financial model that we have created and how effectively it can calculate that we can discuss in detail maybe. Okay. Next, we address all the questions that are asked in the case study and we conclude the things that are asked. Okay. And finally, we close the document with references. All these things will be written, like whatever the things that we have performed, they all will be documented. It is what we call project work. Okay. So these are the five important activities that we perform. For these five important activities, we will be creating a Gantt chart. Okay. So you will be writing nothing, you will be just preparing a Gantt chart. So go to this link. Um, there is some sort of basic sheet like Gantt chart will be prepared from scratch. Yep. So from scratch, very basic things we will be creating. This guy is created nice Gantt chart. Follow each and every step and create your own Gantt chart. After creating Gantt chart, following the steps that are given this, you try to make changes according to our case problem. So whatever the stages that we have given. So, so using after completing the steps in this Gantt chart, you try to change task names. Task names will be given here. So maybe this will be the end. At the end of the document, it might look like this. Well, at the end of this video, it might look like this. Now, what I want you to do is you just mention project phase one title, phase two title. We'll be having phase three, phase four, phase five. You have five different sections. So after finishing that one, you just give proper names related to that. Here it is task 1.1. Right? You might be giving preparation of project plan or project plan, project action plan. That will be titled. And in that, there will be here we have four subtasks. Right? You will be writing your two or three subtasks that are associated with the title. Next, influence chart. It consists of two or three subtasks. In that way, you create your own headings. Or maybe like by end of this exercise, you will understand how to adjust these things, how to make changes to your project, and that will be understood. Okay. So focus more on this one. Then give introduction to the case study and prepare Gantt chart for the action plan for different stages of work that are mentioned in your email. Okay, that is from my side.